So we're going to do our stretching regime again. We're going to do our relaxing. Still haven't given it a name yet. I'm going to do a course on it. I'll do a whole series on it, and I'll do all the exercises in one go, and I'll put it up on the internet, and I'll patent my own stretching release exercises. I don't know what I'm going to call them yet. So remember, we're using our elbows to move our wrists. Yep. Move our elbows sideways. Elbows to do circles. We were doing the, if you haven't seen Tuesday's class, we were doing the, what did we do Tuesday? It was the shaking. If you've never done the Qigong shaking, that's where the whole body flops up and down like that. We did the stretching and we did that exercise for about 10 minutes. It was fantastic. We've got another one to do today. But how your body feels after that is pretty amazing. Good. Elbows. Now I'm moving my shoulders to move my elbows, eh? So I'm just letting my elbows relax. Still thing, we can move our hips, move our shoulders. Hips back and forth. I can move my wrists to move my elbows. So I'm still relaxing my wrists. And then I can move my shoulders again for my elbows. Doing circles. You can do it with your wrist. You can put your mind intention into your wrist if you like, and do wrist circles and let your elbow relax. Or you can move circles with your shoulders and let your elbows relax, and let your wrist relax as well. That's which way you want to do. We're learning how to isolate part of our body by moving some other part of it. Yep. So this one's using my hand, and then I'll change my focus. I'll move my shoulder. It looks slightly different, and it feels different as well. Go back the other way. This is the shoulder one for my elbow. And then I'll do it with my wrist. Yeah, it articulates different. Both of them are about letting the elbow relax. Good. Shoulders. Now, we can move our elbows backwards and forwards. Elbows go forward and backwards to move your shoulders. You can do your wrists too if you want to. You can focus on your wrists and move your wrists backwards and forwards. And that moves your shoulders. Yeah, then we can engage our hips, and we can move our shoulder with our hips. God, the arm feels great when you do that, just completely. Because we've already let the elbow go and let the wrist go, the arm feels great. Just completely relax. Good. Get the other one. Now remember, we're using our hips to do this. Moving our hips backwards and forwards. Go to the other one, and if we get a big enough swing up, we can move our arm around just from our hips. Our hips moving our arm's not doing anything. If I go fast, I can go faster and faster. And it's just coming from the hip, yeah? And go the other way. Feels good. Other way. So you're trying to move the arm without using your arm. You're just doing it from your hip movement. Very good. Now, circles with the arm. And I'm just using my hip to do this. The arm's following what my hip's doing, or the shoulder is. So relaxing our shoulder, use your hips. Back the other way. The other way. I said last week, some of these are easier to do than the other ones. Some are harder to do the other way. And some are easier to do. Okay, side and side. Just move my hips, let the shoulders relax. Let your shoulders relax, elbows relax, and wrists relax. Let the whole arm relax. Just let it flop. Good. Go forward and backwards. Now moving my hips backwards and forwards. Just move my shoulders forward and backwards. I turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Go like this. And the shoulders are moving because of it. You can do the other one where you go forward and backwards. You go backwards, forward that way too. it's the opposite way. But it's the same thing. Your hips going backwards and forwards, the arms going the opposite. Or you can do the same one, same side. Doesn't matter. Both of them are just letting the shoulders relax. Good. The arms feel great, eh? Feel like two big lumps. If you want to see what it feels like to have empty arms, here's an exercise for you. All you have to do is bend forward. Bend forward, just hold your arms down. And the same thing there, now move your hips. And it's just your arms. It's like being an elephant. And just let them move from side to side and you'll be able to feel the weightless arms. And if you want to, move your hips. You can make circles with your arms by moving your hips. So you're not moving your arms at all, they're just hanging. Yeah. Go around the other way. And if you're very clever, you can do this. You can go one way and one the other. This is from your hips. One arm's going one circle, one way, one going the other. But the arms are just hanging. And then slowly stand up and just let your arms just hang down. And have that feeling of the arms just completely empty. You want to have that empty arm feeling so they're just loose. And so you move your, so now you can move your hips from side to side. And now your arm and your shoulders completely relax, and just move your hips to move your arms. So the top part's relaxed. This is a really common exercise. There's lots of Tai Chi schools use this particular exercise, or variations of this one. Good. Now we'll do our neck. Now neck's a funny one. So we'll start off with. Now remember, I always say this to just so that your neck's not. You're not going to crack your neck. You're not going to break your neck by doing that, because your ligaments and tendons. And when you flick your arm like that, it doesn't get to a place where you stretch. Because if you stretch, there's not a lot of pain that way and pain that way. But if you flick it, you don't get that. The ligaments stop it. The elasticity of the ligament stops. The same thing with your neck. So if I'm going to go forward and back, and I'm using my hips to do this. And I'm letting my neck flop backwards, flop forward. Now, you won't hurt your neck. Unless, it's not like whiplash. You'd have to do it a different way to get it hurt. In whiplash, you have to do it really fast, and we're not doing it fast. And just let your neck flop forward and backwards. And feel the stretch. It's a great feeling. Good. Go side to side. And we're just doing your hips. Good. And this is the funny one. It looks really weird. That looks pretty weird too if you watch yourself doing that. It looks pretty weird. This one's even more weird. And this is where you move your hips. You're going to move your hips around, and as you move your hips, you're going to let your head go. And so you do circles with your head and circles with your hips. But the circle with your head's happening because of what's going on with your hips. So your head's just hanging and just going backwards and forward. You can get a bit dizzy doing that. Go the other way. Good. Now your arms are all relaxed, and now your head's relaxed. You feel your neck after that feels great. Good. We're going to do our spine. So we'll isolate our spine. So we're thinking of moving our hips, and think of the spine just relaxed. Yep. All the way to the top of your neck. Yep, good. So one. Just relax. Go right down your sacrum. Think of your sacrum relaxed. Just move your two hip joints. Think of your hips driving this, not your sacrum or your dantian end. Think of the hips. And let your neck go. Very good. Now to move, let our hips go. We did last week. Last week's is a funny one. So try to move you. I'm going to try to do it again today too. And that's move my hips with my shoulders. So I'm going to move my shoulders around, and then I'm just going to let my hips relax. So I'm thinking of moving my shoulders, and then let the hips go. So it's getting better and better each time I practice this. And go the other way. Move your shoulders. Relax your hips. Very good. Now, move your knees backwards and forwards, and then you'll get the idea, and then relax your hips. Just move your knees backwards and forwards, and think of your hips just rocking backwards and forwards. Yeah. Go. Take your knees from side to side. So I'm thinking of pushing my knees side to side, and let's let your hips relax. It's a great feeling, isn't it? Now, knees, do circles with my knees. Let the hips relax.
But we need to make some memes of it.
Sorry?
Some more memes.
Oh, Josephine says we should make memes of these, because they do look funny. The famous memes. Well, that's an interesting look. It's just something you normally wouldn't do with your body. Go the other way. Every time I do this, it amuses my wife. I don't really care because I know how great I feel afterwards, but it's an interesting look. That certainly works. Good. So we've got forward and backwards, side and side. We've done the side and side. And we've done the circles. Yep, with your hips. Now, the interesting part, you can do the same thing with the ankles. So think of my ankles and think of moving my hips and backwards and forwards from my ankles. Yeah. Now my knees are relaxed. Yeah, so I'm moving my knees by focusing on my ankle. My knees are going backwards and forwards. My knees are relaxed. And my ankles are doing that. And the same thing, when I go forward and backwards, my ankles are doing that. And now my knees relax. And my hips are relaxed, and my hips. So you isolate one by just bringing your attention, and it is different. If I think of that movement, say if I think of moving my hips with my ankles like I'm doing now, yeah, moving my hips with ankles, and then I change while I'm doing it, and I start thinking of moving my hips with my knees, it feels totally different, even though it looks probably very similar. But the inside my body has a very different feeling. Then go back to my ankles again. Good. If I do this exercise with my knees, and then I do it with my ankles, it has a very different appearance. Very good. Good, so we do our knees this time. So easy thing to do, you go back to your hips again, hips to do your knees. So then your hips are moving to the knees. So we've done the ankles to the knees, now we're doing the hips to the knees. Yeah. Hips forward and backwards. Hip circles, relax the knees. The other way. Good. Now, we're going to relax our ankles. Move your knees to relax your ankles. Move the way. It generates lots of energy. I get really hot doing this as well. It's generating lots of energy in the body moving. Now, forward and backwards for the ankles. Think of moving my knees side to side, and let your ankles relax. Think of moving my hips side to side and let my ankles relax and my knees relax. And they're all very different. Good. One leg. So we'll do the knee ones, so let the knees relax. And we'll do that by moving your hips backwards and forwards. Yep. The other side. Knee forward and back. Good. Circulate the knee. Circles with the knees. I'm doing this with my hip. I'm turning my hip around, which is making my knee turn around. Yeah. Go the other way. Oh, that one's way more difficult than the other side. Good. Do that one. The other way. Oh, it's more difficult on my left leg. Especially going reverse ways on my left leg. It's really tricky, isn't it? That's pretty good. Let your ankle relax. Just flop your ankle. Move your knee to let your ankle flop. Do circles with your ankle from your knee. Back the other way. So I'm letting my ankle relax. My ankle flop. Forward and backwards. Side and side. Circles. Good. Shake your leg, use your hip, shake your knee, shake your ankle. Very good. There you go. Now if you feel your arms and feel your legs and just feel how free the body is, fantastic. Very cool. We'll bow, eh? Roll back. Gong. So the exercise we're going to do today is out of Zhineng Qi Gong. It's a particular Qi Gong system, and I've done a couple of courses with this system a long time ago. I've been in New Zealand, and they have a flagship exercise, which is like some of the exercise holding tree hugging is the flagship exercise for doing Zhineng Gong. But the flagship exercise for doing this exercise is the one exercise where you put your feet together and you have your hands to the side. Can you just go further out, Lim? So I can see where my feet are. Josephine, can you go out, please? Thank you. So you can see my feet are together. My hands are sitting like that in the palm. They're not facing straight down, and they're actually like that, like a penguin. You're sitting here like a penguin. And you're going to lift your shoulders up, and you're going to drop your shoulders down. Yeah, and we're going to do this for about 10 minutes. So if it gets too much, just stop and have a rest. But see how you go for 10 minutes. The idea is pick your shoulders up and then just let them relax and just drop them. Keep your palms facing out. Don't let your fingers slowly come back to there. You want them sitting on the palms. You want to be sitting on the palm of your hand, so you need to pull it back so you can sit on that. And you're pushing down on this part. That part's going down as you relax like that. So pull up, relax. Pull up, relax. Pull up, relax. Pull up, relax. So all you're doing is you're not pushing your shoulders down. You're just letting them relax. You just let them go. They just drop down by themselves. Like that, good. And then you can go faster. Relax, relax, pull them up, relax, pull up, relax. And then you can go faster and faster and faster. And then you can just jerk them up and down. As I say, if it gets a bit tough on your shoulders or they get too sore, just stop. I don't want you to hurt yourself. We're going to do this for 10 minutes. They normally do this in their practice for 20 to half an hour. This is one exercise. You'll see what happens after 5 minutes or 10 minutes doing this exercise. You'll see what happens to your arms. So the focus is on the relaxation. So pick them up, relax. Pick them up, relax. So relax, 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 relax. Good. Look straight ahead. Pull your chin back. Take your pelvis forward as well. We might do 5 minutes to start off with, I think. Thinking of the intensity of this exercise, we'll just do 5 minutes, see where we go. If you're feeling any tension in your shoulders, relax your shoulders. Feeling any tension in your forearms, relax your forearms. Any tension in your upper arm, your biceps, just relax that part of your body. Any tension in your calves, relax your calves. Tension in your buttocks, relax your buttocks. Just wherever the tension comes up, just let it go, let it relax. Now while you're standing, make sure you're standing on your kidney points as well. Don't stand on your heels. Now you're going to feel yourself wobbling up and down because there's no weight in your heels. You'll feel yourself bouncing on your kidney point, and that's what you want to feel anyway. There's another good exercise for the lymphatic system as well. It's like we talked about yesterday on Tuesday about the lymphocytes, those little trampolines you bounce up and down. It has a similar way of response inside the body about activating the lymphatic system inside the body. This exercise does this, same as the other ones, the shaking does, so does this one. And because you're standing on your kidney points, and because your knees are slightly bent, and because your heels are on the ground, but you feel your heels sort of bouncing up and down on the ground, the kidney points just going up and down the kidney points. Yep. As I say, if you feel any pressure in your body, just relax it. Any tension in your shoulders, just relax. Good. About 3 minutes. We've got 2 minutes to go, eh? What I'll do is after we've finished this exercise, we'll do a Qigong exercise so you can see how your arms feel after this. And say they build it up and do half an hour of this, they get stronger and stronger. But we're not going to do that. So I give you an introduction to it. Keep your fingers facing out to the side. Don't let your fingers hang down. Bring them up so you're sitting on the palm of your hands. One minute to go. Cool. And finish there. Now bring your hands apart. Now what you want to do is wave hands over the leg. Just bring your hands to the front and see them float. Just bring your hands to the front, wave hands over the leg. Just feel the arms just empty. And then bring the arms down. Good. Just relax. Go nice and slowly. Just let the arms float. That's it. So almost feel like they're not your arms anymore. The arms are moving, but you can't really feel them. Now you could feel a bit of tension in your shoulders. That's normal, because we haven't been doing these exercises for a long time. So good. Now we're going to brush across. We're going to go to the right side first. So we're going to use our right hand. Turn to the left. Bring the hand up. And then turn around, goes to the side, and goes down. Turn our hips. Stay double weighted. Turn our hips, comes up. Turns to the side. Palm faces out. So you'll feel the other arms are sitting there. You'll feel like a big, heavy, luggy arm, the other arm, whichever arm will be your left arm. You'll feel like you'll feel like the tingling. You'll feel the sensation of the blood in the fingertips. You'll feel the weight of the arm. You'll feel the blood circulating through the fingertips of this one as well. You'll get the pins and needles. You'll feel like spikes of energy moving down your fingers. You'll feel them firing out through your fingertips. Breathing out as you go across the bottom. Breathing in as you bring the hand up. Just relax the arm as much as you can. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. I'm going to try the other hand, so just bring the hand down And just let the hand relax, come down, just let it hang. And you'll feel all the weight come, all of a sudden you can feel the blood rushing to the fingertips, yeah? Good, bring the other arm up. We're doing this from our hips, remember? Our hips are moving and our arms following our hips. And you'll feel the fingers pulsing on your other hand, your right hand now. The one that's hanging down, you'll feel the pulsing through your fingers, yep? Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Stay on your kidney point. Just have your heels on the ground, no weight. Tuck your pelvis forward. Bring your chin back, looking up. Feel the throbbing fingers you have right now, especially on your right hand, would imagine. They'll be throbbing. So I'm going to go back and do this again. We're going to have another go. So see if you can't do another round, just do as much as you can. We're going to do another 5 minutes of the same exercise. Yeah. But see how you go. If it's too much, just stop. Yeah. Cool. Bring your hand up. And back to the side. Now wait till you see when you bring that hand down. Now you feel all the blood rush to the fingertips of that hand now too. Now you have both of them pulsating. Yep. You can feel a little blood rushing to the other hand. Good, that's the blood and the qi. Bring our feet together again. Bring your hands to the side. And up. You'll notice it's easier this time because your body's already learned how to do this. If you haven't already done this exercise before, so keep your arms relatively straight. Don't bend your arms up and down like that. The arms stay straight. It's just your shoulders going up and down. Yep. So yeah, keep your arms straight. That's it. Very good. If there's any pain in your knees or in your ankles, just acknowledge the pain and then just relax. Don't try and get rid of the pain, just acknowledge that it's there. If you have pain in your shoulders, acknowledge the pain in your shoulders and then relax your shoulders. Relax your forearms, relax your elbows if you're getting pain in your elbows. You shouldn't be as such because your elbow should be straight anyway, but you can if it's getting caught, the energy is getting caught. It's about halfway, or close to halfway. Keep your fingers out to the side. Keep your fingers pointing out to the side. Don't have them facing down. That's it. Good. Relax your knees. Relax your hips. Relax your shoulders. Two minutes to go. We're going to do a different exercise this time. We're going to do Embrace the Mountain. We're going to do a slightly different exercise, just so you can feel what the arms feel like. Floating the arms. So the idea is to move your arms with the energy and to try and use as least muscles as possible and just let them float. This is probably one of the easiest opportunities you're going to get to feel what floating arms feel like after doing this for 5 minutes. 1 minute to go. Try and keep your arms nice and straight. Keep your arms straight. Don't bend your wrist. Don't bend your elbows. Just pick up your shoulders. Good. And finish there. Bring your feet apart. Remember? Rock back onto your heels. Bring your hands forward. Just let the hands float up. Isn't that a beautiful feeling, eh? And then rock forward, open your arms. Just let your arms float. Good. Close your arms. And then bring your hands down. So perfect. Feel the tingling in your fingers. Feel the blood circulating in your fingers. Feel the pulsing inside your fingers. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now if you want to, just move slower and just breathe in and out normally. And just move the arms nice and slow. Relax your arms best you can. Relax your shoulders. Just let the arms float. We'll do 2 more. Should feel the pulsing in your fingers. You'll feel the pins and needles in your fingers, but you'll definitely feel the pulsing shooting down your fingertips. It'll change. It'll change from different fingers to different fingers. It's all right. Like your wrists aren't your wrists anymore. Bring your hand down. Good. Last one. Bring your hands down. Now don't shake your hands out. Just bring your hands down. And then bring one of your hands up. I'll bring my left hand up, or you bring it right. It doesn't matter which one it is. Just look at your hand. And then move the hand. Move your elbow to move your hand over, and just watch your own hand. And feel the pins and needles in the fingers. See the redness in the hand. And lower it down. And then feel the fingers, all the pins and needles in the fingertips. Pick up the other hand. Turn the hand over. Turn it back the other way. Turn it back over again. Just use your elbow or your shoulders to turn your hand. Don't use your hand to turn. Just use your elbow to turn your hand. Good. Slowly lower it down. Very good. So if you move your hips just slightly, and just don't do big moves, and just move slightly, just feel your arms just hanging. You'll feel them wobbling around. Just let them wobble. Just move your hips slowly, so you can feel the arms completely relax. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your elbows relax. Feel your wrists relax. And go to side if you like. Circles the other way. Do circles with little, just little movements. Don't big ones. Just let them feel what it feels like to feel your arms when your arms are completely empty. Good. Here's something novel for you. Think of holding your toothbrush and bring your hand up. It's hard to close your fist at this stage, and then brush your teeth with that arm and feel what it feels like. Yeah. Or if you're left-handed, use the toothbrush with this hand. Notice how what happens when you try and close your fist, because it's all full of qi. The hand feels quite pulpy, feels big. You see how red and palm they're splotchy, but when you try and close them, because they're full of blood, and it's not easy to close your hands, yeah? And open your hands, relax. There you go. So part of the relaxation, part of the letting go, is to have this feeling in your arms, but have that same feeling in your legs. So your legs, when you're lifting your leg, the leg feels just as empty as that and feels like it just floats. The whole body's floating. And the blood circulating, the qi circulating, but all the tension, all the muscle tension and ligament tension is all gone. And so part of the practice is to help that. And that's just a very good exercise for you to feel what it feels like to have those arms when they're just completely relaxed. Yeah? Enjoy that. I'll see you, some of you I'll see you on Saturday for the 200 hours in the morning, or some of you I'll see you on Sunday. I should probably see you on Sunday if you're in that group. And otherwise I'll see you again on Tuesday. Yep. Relaxing. Shaking up and down in the park. Bye-bye. Roll back on your thumb. Everything feels different. It's great. Gong. Make a fist with your left hand, cover with your right. Bring towards your heart. And then down to your physical center. Down to your lower, down to your head. Good. Step back. And bow to everybody in class. And everybody that watches this video afterwards, hope you enjoy that. Enjoy that feeling in your arms at the moment. The feeling in the body is fantastic. Enjoy the peace and quiet. Bye-bye.